what traits will actually save your team. All people are equal. Everyone. I am equal to you. You are equal to me. I am not, no matter what happens, I am not better than you. Likewise, the entire team. Now, we're not saying we all have the same job. We're not saying we all get paid the same.
Right.
It's saying beneath God, everyone is equal. Why is that vitally important?
Well, I think there's a human nature component to that, right? There's a need to belong to an organization. There's certainly a lot of research to suggest people want to be able to contribute to a mission bigger than themselves. And anytime that, at least the consultants or the clients I've worked with, anytime ego starts to get introduced, which is effectively a reflection of tiering of importance.
One of my favorites is Lencioni when he says, you got to be humble, hungry, smart. But humility gets your team feeling safe. But also it's understanding like, hey, Josh, now explain that idea to me. I'm open to what you have to say, but likewise, I should be very open to what you have to say as well too. No one is 100% correct. So even if I'm hitting 95%, you can bring me you might be able to bring me that last 5. But what does humility look like? And when we're not humble, oh boy, things can really go hairy. Practicing
Confession, right, of wrongdoing to people is key, even if it's in small things. But then the second test that I work with leaders, is encourage them to say, well, okay, if you can't even confess to your family on like little things when you're wrong, you're never going to confess big things. And if you can't confess big things, you're not going to confess it in the workplace.
So let me throw the coaching perspective onto that. If that hasn't happened within the last month, you need to work on that immediately.
Start now.
Because one, no one's perfect, but if they're not seeing that from a leader, a leader, well, I can't show my weakness.
Right.
Well then, but then they also can't tell you something might go wrong and you're going to get walloped by a problem somewhere. So don't say I can't ever share anything wrong and then say, how dare you not tell me what went wrong?
Right.
It's reciprocating. We're striving for perfection and curious, what does that look like on anything? And I think the hard thing with being humble is it flies, but sometimes the beauty with kids is they, no matter whatever's on their mind comes out, and they haven't realized, oops, maybe I shouldn't do that. But sometimes this is why we love kids, because what you see is what you get, and it's safe. How does that look like in the workforce?
There's always starts with self-assessment and figuring out which of those two you're better at. Right? What are you more inclined to do, moderation or spontaneity? And depending on your answer to that question, you have to intentionally structure the other one into your life.
Those are the 5 traits that will save your team: equality, shielded vulnerability, humility, interdependent, and the combination of moderation and spontaneity.